nasty, nasty elbow. And the shot's continuing. It's almost over. Oh, huge hammerfish.
Oh, beautiful right knockout from Sunday.
Anisat Kanyeba, I think.
This is 20 right here.
Yeah.
Here we go. Round one brought to you by Dragon Energy Drink in the blue, Bagotine in the gray, Anisat Kanyeba.
Kanyeba immediately planting his feet in the middle of the hexagon. Lighting his feet, moving around the circle on the outside. And get the showstopper. He's got a show-stopping right hand, that's for sure.
You know what, Kanyeba, he wants big fights. That's all he wants. He's not going to get a title fight. He wants a big fight. And doesn't get much bigger than this. Taking on a former champion.
Coming forward, Dino's backing up a bit.
You got a question. Is the chin gone? Does he still have a chin? Bagotine.
There's a big bowling overhand right, and Kanyeba has a bit of a grin at that.
We know he has the heart. We know he has the will to win. But is his body going to allow him to? He took a few nasty ones.
He didn't even ducked and weaved out of that, did Bagotine. But you want to get involved in a fist fight with Dino, you're going to expect something coming back at you, that's for sure.
He's fought legends before. He's not going to be cowed or intimidated by Dino. That's a big right.
Well, he's one of the most dangerous guys out there because he truly doesn't give a you-know-what. He comes out no matter who it is, and he brings it. And those flurries that he throws are so dangerous. They're reckless, they're wild, but they're effective.
Yeah, he was lighting Dino off a little bit there. It's a good place for Dino to clinch up. I think he'll be happy against the Hex because he's also got some dirty boxing of his own as Dino Bagotine.
Anisat's closing the distance a bit too easily here.
Dino's going to have to be a bit quicker on the counter. Looking to go for the gut. That was a good body kick.
Bagotine looks good in rare form.
That's the old school Muay Thai that we know to come to expect from Dino.
Got to watch out for those body shots, though. They will mount up. The nice long legs of Bagotine. He has such a reach advantage in this matchup. He has to use it.
There's a nasty body kick of his own from Anisat. That left and that right just swinging and missing.
Oh, man. I got goosebumps out here, Simon.
Now it's
this
Dino
is
coming
crazy.
Forward. Both guys are going back and forth. Dino faking the knee and coming over with the right. And we know what both these guys can do on the ground. Of course, Dino Bagotine training with Richie Kwan and everyone at Apex. So he's no slouch on the ground either. Both guys swinging and missing.
Yes, this is a stand-up war. Neither guy looking to go to the ground, but we know if Bagotine can bring Anisat down, he may have an advantage here.
Sneaky little leg kick from Dino.
Both guys have to pace themselves. You can see the emotions are on high.
Anisat still lighting his feet and bouncing around quite nicely. Nice, decent head movement. Dino coming in a little bit straight. He's got a nice pouring jab, but he's not using it much today.
Look for that overhand right at Dino Bagotine. He just teased it. Just talk about some of those wars, Simon, that Dino's been in over the years. I mean, you're talking about a who's who.
Oh, crikey. Manny De Silva, Remo Ralph, Juan Lover, Francois Kabili, Tyron Whiteford, Gordon Rudman, Cam Pritchard, Sean DeLange, Bruno McCool. And he's got him! Here comes the shot from Kanyeba. Dino's in with trouble. He's coming back off the Hex, though. Kanyeba's running in there. Dino needs to clinch up and escape this. Dino's hurt! Jeffrey Bickersworth looking very, very closely.
Oh, my gosh. Kanyeba is this close.
Dino's winging it back a few of his own, but it's still an active position for him. That was a hard right from Anisat. Dino's a little bit wobbly.
Oh, Anisat is on target.
He's still in the fight, though. When you corner a line, it's a dangerous place to be.
There's a minute left, but I don't think they're getting out of this one.
Anisat Kanyeba was just trying to finish it, but Dino's still got that chin, Cyrus. It's one of the most dangerous lines in the world is a line that's backed up in the corner.
Ooh, big-time leg kicks. Dino rearing back.
Anisat is not checking those at all. He's probably wondering how the hell he's not able to put his opponent away after those flurry of shots that he took.
Bickersworth was watching real close during that flurry. He was literally moments away from stepping in. But he gave Dino the respect he deserves.
Some body shots from Dino. Anisette just still hunting him down. Here we go! Really some push. That was a bit right! It was a right hook that really stung Dino. He's still on his feet. Going for a leg kick. Another straight right. Goes for the uppercut and misses. Oh my goodness.
Take a breath. Oh, doing a great job of blocking the hooks. Showstopper. Can he stop the Dino Bagotine show? 10-9, the DFC 81.
Wow, what an incredible first round.
What a round.
Dino's coming forward.
Why not? He's a warrior, Simon. This is what we expect out of Dino.
Still bowling overhand right. Nowhere near Anisette Kanyeva. Goes to the body. Kind of stings him again with the right. Follows up with a left and a Kandari.
Down the middle again. Here we go. Dino's on the ropes.
Kanyeva's trying to finish the fight as soon as he can. He wants that belt. There's nothing else in his mind right now.
Big knee from Bagotine, the mayor of Edenville.
Anisette Kanyeva misses with a spinning back elbow. Dino takes another shot. Dino does the right thing and clinches up and gets away from the danger.
Man.
And Dino's got some strong clinch work. He's going to use this position to try and recover as best he can because he's taking some nasty shots right at the beginning of the second round. We've only had 1 minute already.
Dino trying to get fuel from the crowd here at Times Square. Here comes Bagotine. He has those big knees. Big elbow, and they separate. And there's a lot of time left.
Oh, a sneaky little right from the incoming Anisette Kanyeva. Dino caught him a little bit there. Another straight left. And a nasty leg kick. We saw those in the first round. Anisette Kanyeva was not checking them at all.
The road to victory for Anisette Kanyeva is going down the middle, throwing straight right hands and uppercuts. Hooks are not going to get it done. And right now, being clinched up by Dino Bagotine,
yeah, and
definitely not a recipe for success.
No, and this is Dino's wheelhouse. Remember some of his dirty boxing back in the day? He's got some beautiful clinch work. He's got a nice plum clinch. You can insinuate his head's around the back of Anisette Kanyeva's nasty Muay Thai, some nasty knees, and he's got some cracking elbows. First time that Anisette Kanyeva checks.
Yeah, because he's feeling it. He's not going to be able just to take those leg kicks for very much longer. Dino continues to go after the legs, trying to slow down the showstopper.
I felt the win from that, but it wasn't anywhere near Anisette Kanyeva.
Can you believe that we still have Faiz Jacobs and Nikazama Zulu still to come tonight?
Oh, nice right from Dino there. Anisette standing a little bit still there. He needs to come a bit forward and go back to that head movement when enough.
Uh-oh, here we go.
It's changing again.
Kanyeva is catching fire again.
Good right, left combo for Dino. Anisette Kanyeva is thinking, what do I need to do to put this guy away? That's a big left for Kanyeva. Dino clinches up. Anisette's trying for the neck.
Anisette's going to hit the deck. He's going to get taken down right here. No, he stays on his feet. Dino.
He was thinking about the guillotine defense and pulling guard and thought better about it.
Mark this one on the calendar. The night that Dino Bagotine and Anisette Kanyeva locked up in the middle of the hexagon. Who would have thought we would have had an instant classic on our hands? Uh-oh. Trying to come over the top.
Dino's got some good submissions. Got the beautiful rear naked that finishes now current teammate Cameron Pritchard back at EFC 55 in Cape Town. So his submissions can't be underrated.
And he's tall, so hitting a standing guillotine could be the ticket. He has to get that right arm.
Yeah, he's got
over
that,
the top.
He's got that 5-inch height advantage that he's using for leverage. But I think it's good defense here from Anisette.
What a war between these two men.
It's like, almost like the whole of Edenville is here tonight here in Pretoria.
Oh yeah,
cheering their hero on, because you really are seeing two legends scrap it out here. And boy, they're delivering exactly what we expected.
You got a veteran of 20 fights now and a veteran of 22 fights. Bagotine and Kanyeva. Two guys that have given their blood, sweat, and tears to mixed martial arts. And they do it once again in the hexagon with a lot on the line. Bagotine, could this be his last ride? If he was to lose this fight, will we ever see him back again? Brandon Kenyeba, could this be his ticket to that?
Win or lose, this is a great Dino Bagotine. He's shown that he can really take a shot and come back with some of his own. I mean, he's really shown actually fantastic attitude. A lot of people question Dino's chin, but I think it stood the test of time tonight.
Well, he looks good, but if he was to take a KO, I don't know that anybody would let him fight again.
Kenyeba tries for the chip. Good defense by Dino. Ansett has the single. He tries saved by the barrel, and that was in.
Yeah, that was definitely in. It is Dino Bagotine
pacing back and forth.
This is just one of those fights. Here we go. Biggest Swart gets us started with our third and final round, brought to you by our good friends at Dragon Energy, specifically designed to maximize mental and physical performance.
Dino bouncing around, it's a big nice right. Another right to the body that followed up with, and straight into the clinch. He's thinking about the choke.
If anybody knows about the clinch, it's you, Simon.
I know a little fair bit, but nothing like Dino Bagotine. And he's able to cause such damage from that position. We haven't seen it a huge amount today. Anset's trying with the trip from the inside, but there's no dice. Dino just turns him straight back around up against the fence.
No, Dino has been very, very good at the clinch, but the explosiveness of Ansett Kenyeba saving him thus far.
But Dino has a very nice separation elbow from the clinch.
And here we go, looking for that Muay Thai clinch.
There it is, the plum.
Yes, indeed.
Nice little left up the inside. Going for the body because it's there and it's open, looking for the double.
Dino, can he drag him down? Ansett stays on his feet.
Like we said, very underestimated grappling game is Ansett Kenyeba.
Well, just a guy that just has gotten better over the last few years in spades, where he used to just use his physical prowess and his explosiveness. Now he does have a technical game.
Yeah, wiry and tenacious as well, particularly when he's on his back.
And he has a chip on his shoulder. He always has. Whoa, he took him for a ride. What a takedown.
Now Bagotine needs to stay in his position and see if he can close out the round. He's got 3.5 minutes left in this final round. Tries to take us back, unsuccessful. Ansett turns around the correct way. Back up to defense. Dino still has both underhooks.
Dino looks energized. He looks comfortable right now. He has been in control from the get-go here in round number 3. Can he keep the pressure on? Can Ansett separate? That's the key to this victory for Kenyeba.
Martin tries for the trip. Ansett drops down for a single.
Here we go again. Could it be third time's a charm?
Martin van Straden is screaming for the inside knees. And Martin van Straden certainly knows a lot about inside knees, that's for sure. Going for the single and going for another takedown, and these are all scoring points with just 2.5 left in this final round. Another beautiful takedown from Bagotine.
Just frenetic action here in Pretoria. Cyrus Lees and Simon Stevens, third round. Dino Bagotine is in such a great spot right now.
Ansett gets back to his feet again. But it's up against their hex where Dino is really showing his veteranship. And Anset's almost looked shell-shocked. He said, what do I need to do? In that first round, the entire crowd thought that Dino Bagotine was finished, but yet again he recovered. Comes out in the second round, gets lit up, again recovers. And Anset's got that shell-shocked look of a man who wonders, how the heck do I put this guy away?
Well, I don't know that you can get too comfortable if you're Bagotine, though. I think you still have to look for a finish because round 2 was fairly closely contested, and you never want to get too comfortable. Ansett needs to separate, and I think he knows it, but easier said than done against Bagotine.
Yeah, he's just like super gluing him right now, isn't he? He's not letting go whatsoever, and he knows why. Those are 2 beautiful takedowns from Dino. He's got the single, but he's not looking for it at the moment. Ansett's got his left foot in the top of the pad. Again, strives for the takedown, but has no dice this time. This is very debilitating for both athletes in the third round.
Well, so much action in rounds 1 and 2, and now it has kind of come to a halt. A lot of energy being used by both men in this clinch.
Good defense. Good takedown defense by Ansett, but finally ends up being
He has to
inevitable.
back right back up that cage. He can't give up. I know he's tired, but he has to switch to another gear and dig down deep because he is about to eat a loss on this round.
You've seen before, Dino's got a pretty decent standing guillotine. We've got 35 seconds left in this final round. He's giving up his back. Dino can take advantage of that. He's trying to insinuate himself around the back. Almost had one hook in.
Are we going to see one more standoff, or will it end in the clinch?
Bagotine looking over his corner.
No guarantees in the sport of mixed martial arts. If you go to the decision, I know he feels good about it.
Mike starting screaming to Dino to circle away and see if he can get a guillotine and see if he can drop his opponent again.
And this fight is...
Oh my goodness, what a cracking fight that was.
Now we leave it to the judges. Back and forth battle. As I said, an instant classic, especially rounds 1 and 2.
That was a beautiful takedown from Dino. Really took a lot of air. And was able to take some good advantage on the ground and keep his opponent there. But Aniset Kanyeba scrambled back up to his feet. Kind of thought about the guillotine here whilst Dino had the single.
Aniset, the showstopper, Kanyeba!
Fight!
I got goosebumps. It's round number 1. Bizay gets us started. Tamelo Maputa in the blue and the white and the black, champion Dalcha. This round brought to you by 7 Stars Energy Drink. Who takes the first move, Dirk?
Champion already a little bit more hesitant in his start than we've seen him in the past. Of course, five-minute rounds.
Well, he says he wants to feel it. Yeah, that was the quote. He says he wants to feel it. I think the only people that have ever said that are champion Dalcha and whoever Tamelo's with. I mean, I don't know. Who else wants to feel that power? Nobody.
No, this is not a long queue. Just sort of out of range, champion Dalcha. Fires up the quick jab is Tamelo Maputa, but champion just out of range. He's going to want to close the distance here. He's also got great punching power, does champion
yeah,
Dalcha.
he does. You can't discount that. We talk about the takedowns, we talk about the ferocity, but he does have some serious power. If he connects on that chin, it could be trouble for Tamelo Maputa.
That being said, I've seen guys land many a clean shot in Tamelo Maputa, and he has not moved.
Walking him forward, of course. Listen, we have to talk about the mystery in Cape Town. We remember what happened when he just stood there with Hitty Andronsky and he would not engage. You got to think about that, and that's really struck a chord with Tamelo Maputa. He was embarrassed by that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now he wants to prove to people here in Cape Town that he can bring the heat.
Well, the problem with someone that has his amount of power, people don't want to get in the pocket and trade with you, and he loves to stand back and counter punch. He's most comfortable doing that. So for him, he has to also adapt his fighting style. If someone doesn't want to engage with him, he has to know how to push forward. He needs to learn how to put those combinations together, not only rely on counter punching, which he is really, really very good at.
Definitely can't get too wild and leave an opening for Tamelo Maputa.
Yeah, it takes one. It literally takes one.
There's that right hand, and the crowd erupts.
Big shot by champion Dalcha. That'll do his confidence the world of good. Big leg kick by Tamelo Maputa. Now we've got some action.
You can hear the pounding. The
Going for the takedown. He's looking for it. Manages to get Tamelo down. I don't think I have seen that before.
There's not many people that can do that when you talk about a guy with the intensity, with the explosiveness of a champion Dalcha. He is one of those guys. He can do that. And you just saw it. He got that takedown.
Finds himself in the full guard. He's going to try and push champion off here and get back to his feet. Champion tries to flip him over. He wants to be in that side control position. He's got ferocious ground and pound, this champion Dalcha. Right now, though, in the full guard, Tamelo Maputa trying to tie him up.
Going to be insanely difficult. He may be able to trap, he may be able to stall it out, but I don't see how he gets out from underneath him.
Big hammer fist. Champion Dalcha wants to pass here. Tamelo Maputa gets back to his feet.
Nice
champion
move.
Dalcha looking for the takedown again, and successful. Side control.
Right
champion
back
Dalcha.
up, right back down. When champion Dalcha picks you up, you hit the mat.
Wow, this place is electric. There's so much noise. Going for the armbar now. Tumelo Maputoa gets out of it.
That's his opportunity, and now Maputoa's up.
The champion, how long before he closes the distance, looks for another takedown.
I like the sub attempt by champion, but that is not an easy thing to do to sub out Tumelo Maputoa.
Tumelo Maputoa, now he has to be wary for that takedown. You have to think that he's got to watch out for that. So just one more thing going through his mind that he has to consider before engaging. Minute remains in the first round.
Well, we remember the fight against Bahati just last year, where he basically won by continuing to pick up Bahati, picking him up, slamming him, picking him up, slamming him, and he got that decision.
Yeah, absolutely. He was just absolutely relentless. And the crazy thing is with that fight with Bahati, it's a lot of people have that sort of explosive strength for the first couple of minutes of a fight. Champion Dalcha has that throughout the entirety of the fight.
Yes, he does. And I have no doubt that he could do it in a 5-round fight as well.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a supreme athlete in great condition.
Tumelo Maputoa is stalking. Will he pull the trigger? Will he let those hands go? And there he goes.
Tries to fire up a 1-2.
Why not continue? Why not continue
Exactly.
pushing forward?
Exactly. That is the one criticism about his type of fight style. Nice left landed by champion Dalcha.
But at the same time, that is what Maputoa likes. And a round one. It's a 5-round fight.
Good round for champion. Crazy, crazy loud in here. I don't know how this is translating through onto the broadcast, but you cannot hear anything inside this arena when champions fans are jumping up and down.
Round two brought to you by 7 Stars Energy Drink. Guarana powered energy drink, 7 stars.
Champion Dalcha now coming out with the orthodox stance.
If you're following along on social media, put up hashtag EFC52, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
You almost see a little bit of a sense of urgency from Tumelo Maputoa. He is stalking champion Dalcha, but he's still not engaging. Big leg kick by Maputoa.
The twitch, that explosion from Dalcha is so dangerous. You saw he threw that leg kick to Melo, but Dalcha almost pounced on him that quickly. It's insane.
He's an athlete. He's an absolute athlete.
This has to be fine-tuned, and he gets fine-tuned. To think how far he's got without being fine-tuned on some of his skills is insane.
Yeah, I think few people have the natural ability of someone like champion Dalcha, and he certainly is putting in the work. There's no question about that.
Look at the thighs of champion Dalcha. Absolutely humongous, the power he has. Tumelo Maputoa stalking once again. You feel like it's only a matter of time until he lets one loose, until he lets one of those big hammers go. There we go, champion jumping in there. Heeding the warning of referee Ferdy Bassan that wants to see a good fight. He is well within his power to make that call.
Absolutely.
You know, when you look at Maputoa, you get it. You understand he wants to be the counter puncher. But when you possess the power, nobody wants to engage, and that creates a stalemate. And that's where we're at right now.
And that's where he needs to learn and adapt his fighting style to come forward more. He needs to be the one to open up the account with the strikes. Force his opponent to fighting, force him, get into the pocket.
Try to work that jab. He does have a bit of a reach advantage if he can use it. If Tumelo could stick that jab out there. Tumelo doesn't want to leave an opening for a takedown, but at the same time, he has to show us something in this fight. He has to show us those boom, boom fireworks he kept talking about.
Yeah, the crowd now getting impatient.
They've been down this road
lack
before.
of action.
Is this going to light him up? Hearing that crowd boo, hearing the dissatisfaction from the EFC fans, will it light a fire under Tumelo that pushes him? And vice versa for champion Dalcha. We can't put this all on Tumelo Maputoa. Champion Dalcha has to engage as well. And it can't be one random punch and then sit back.
But it's as much Tumelo's problem as it is his opponent's problem. He also has to come forward. He has to push the pace.
Come guys, let's engage. Getting it from one side.
And here we go. Here comes
Dalcha
champion
landed a
Dalcha.
couple of nice shots in that exchange.
Just as Ferdy Bassan made a comment. And here we go. Let's make this thing a fight.
Tumelo looks like he's ready to go exactly that route with 1 minute, 5 seconds remaining of the second round. Champion looks for the takedown. Stopped by Tumelo.
Quick underhook. He has to follow that up, Dirk.
Absolutely.
Why not follow that up? You have him backed up on his heels. Perfect opportunity.
I remember Morne Fisser saying for all the years that Tumelo was training with him, it's the most frustrating thing in the world because he has an incredible chin and he's got all of that power, but he struggles to go forward and push the pressure on his opponent. And you have to feel as soon as he's able to actually do that, he would be absolutely unstoppable.
No, you're right. Even at this point in his career, he's had a lot of fights. This is a chance to turn it up. This is for the title. This is that opportunity he's been wanting for a long, long time.
Champion looking for that takedown, and he's going to force Tumelo into a corner here in the clinch now. Swinging wildly and then backing out immediately.
Walking down to Tumelo. Here he comes. Right back to Champion.
Big 1-2 over the top by Tumelo, but nothing connected there.
Look at the face of Tumelo Maputoa right now. Look at the frustration. Champion Dalcha, Tumelo Maputoa. Here we go. Round 3 underway. Brought to you by 7 Stars Energy Drink, high performance energy drink, and exclusive energy drink to the EFC.
Nice
Champion
left
Dalcha.
by Champion.
This is another opportunity for him to step up and follow it up with something. If you're going to land the big hook, give us another punch or go for that takedown. There's a perfect opportunity for the setup.
Absolutely.
Here comes Champion Dalcha, and he runs into one.
He did land a nice kick to the body, though. Now Tumelo, one of the first punches that he's really landed clean now.
He faced the Champion Dalcha. I think he actually did catch a good shot there. Now this is where Tumelo Maputoa can swarm, because he did have an effect on Champion Dalcha in that exchange.
Absolutely. Champion is trying to set up that 1-2. Tumelo backs off and then he tries to push out a jab. Record, repeat.
Maputoa looking to throw that leg kick, but then holds back.
Nice
Here we go.
Exchange.
How long can they keep doing this, though? Connecting on each other and somebody not getting stunned. Both of them have that impressive power. We believe that Tumelo has a little bit more than Dalcha. But Dalcha is no slouch. He could land that one-punch knockout just as easily.
Jab hitting the glove of Dalcha's.
1 for 1.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking for the big takedown. Champion is going to get it this time. Surprised Tumelo there. He was a little bit lackadaisical as he was moving back.
Nice move by Champion Dalcha. Tumelo Maputoa is going to attempt to raise up off of that fence. He certainly has the wherewithal and the power to do so. We've seen it many times before, and he does.
Gets back to his feet, though, looking for the takedown again. Champion Dalcha, that'll frustrate him because it took a lot out of him to get that takedown.
And here we go. There goes the 1-2 from Tumelo. Is he going to push the pace up against the fence? This is a good opportunity after frustrating Champion Dalcha.
Big shot landed by Dalcha in the exchange, though, and Tumelo just says, doesn't faze me, didn't feel it. But then surely he has to attack from there.
Starting to get his little swag here as Tumelo. Is he going to start cocking the gun, Dirk? One has to wonder. We saw it in the flicker fight. We've seen it before. He likes to cock that gun and let him loose.
At least something.
2 minutes left. We've seen flashes in this round of what we could have in this fight. Unfortunately, this is not consistent.
The leg kick is working for Tumelo, and Champion is timing that correctly as well with the counter strike.
So far, if you want to look on points, just that one takedown alone is probably enough to give Champion Dalcha a round.
Absolutely.
Because that's
something. That's the most significant exchange in this round.
Even though Maputoa did a great job to get back to his feet, incredible job, actually.
Tumelo's landed maybe 4 or 5 leg kicks, and you can see how Champion is struggling to balance on that lead leg of his when he's coming forward now. He doesn't have that same spring on that leg. He's taken punishment with those kicks, and it makes you wonder why Tumelo doesn't do it more. Why does he not mix it up, attack the body a little bit? Because it certainly does work.
Inside leg kick from Tumelo Maputoa. 1 minute left here in round number 3 of this 5-round affair, if we should need it. At this point, it looks like we might need all 5 rounds. Both these men are going to have some questions to answer when it comes to management here. Who wants a champion that's not going to engage, that's not going to bring the fight? That's not who you want to put a gold belt around here in the EFC.
Well, if by some reason Tumelo Maputoa wins this thing, I can assure you Norman Vessels will have an answer for that type of game plan. Big shot landed by champion Dalcha.
Putting a dent in the truck. Champion Dalcha. Big right hand comes through. That being said, Tumelo appears to have just shook that shot off. We talk about the chin of Tumelo Maputoa.
Well, it looks like for the first time in this fight, champion is actually engaging, is actually coming forward. He's not all that worried about the power
there's
anymore.
that right hand right at the end. And look at the face of champion Dalcha. That's Tumelo Maputoa right there. That's what we need to see inside of one of these fights.
And that's what he's had success with throughout his whole entire career. It seems like one of the big problems when someone fights Tumelo is they change their fighting style completely, and it makes it so different for them. Oh, big shot landed by champion. It was a little bit more of a situation where Tumelo was off balance from the leg kick, but champion Dalcha landed the punch regardless.
Tumelo definitely feeling the power of champion Dalcha right now.
It almost seems as if the champion is getting a bit of confidence. Now he's looking for the takedown, completes it, goes to side, and this is what we are used to seeing from him, and now it's working for him.
Exactly, exactly. This is what we're seeing. Maybe he is actually starting to get that confidence against Tumelo. Now, could we see, we're going to see a crucifix, possibly, or are we going to see an arm triangle?
Champion Dalcha, Tumelo Maputoa is covering up his entire face.
One of the most popular submissions for a man his size and that sort of power is that arm triangle, if he could lock that up, which is going to be hard for anybody to deal with.
He was certainly starting to set it up on the other side. He had his arm in the right position. North-south now.
Great transitioning by champion Dalcha. That's something we've always given him credit for.
Yeah, absolutely.
He is lightning quick on the ground.
So quick. He moves like a welterweight from these sorts of positions. Big knee to the body by champion Dalcha, scoring big in his 4th round from this position now.
Now the elbows to the body by champion Dalcha. The crowd really starting to pick up here in the Grand Arena.
Oh, he gets the full mount. Now he's got the opportunity to finish here. Takes the back. Tumelo gives up his back, and champion.
Could it be that storybook night for champion Dalcha? He is that close to his championship dream. And for the love of goodness, it's in his name already. He should be a champion.
Tumelo wants to get back to his feet here. Champion Dalcha trying to smother him and keep him on the ground.
It'll be very hard to keep Tumelo down once he gets his legs underneath him, and he does. And this is what Tumelo does so well.
Tumelo's exhausted those fighters. He took a lot of effort and energy for him to get up from that position.
You just want this to light a fire under Tumelo to get him moving. He has to know, and his corner should be screaming at him that you're down on this round clearly, and maybe on 2 others.
Big leg kick by Tumelo, but champion is timing those perfectly now.
Perfectly, yes. The counter punching from champion on that leg kick is right on the button. He's going to have to come with something up to set up his punches if he would choose to throw a punch.
Nice combination by champion Dalcha, lands the left hook.
That had all the makings of a finish right there, Dirk. He landed 2 big shots. Tumelo Maputoa
seems shell-shocked almost a little bit.
Exactly.
At this very moment.
It really does. You possess this sort of weight in your fist like you do with Tumelo, though. You're never out of a fight. He doesn't even have to hit you full power to put you on the ground.
But he hasn't really looked to land flush tonight at all. I think champion has done a great job of not being a stationary target in front of him. He's kept on moving. That little
Champion's starting to smell blood, though. He really is, and He's given us more, going more shots, going for the takedown. Just waiting on an opening.
Minute 20 remains in the fourth of 5 possible rounds. Quick jab by Tumelo, but doesn't really do anything. So far, a big round for champion Dalcha. Cyrus.
Great round indeed by champion Dalcha. Looking to add a belt to his mantle. Can he claim this interim light heavyweight championship and make a date with the chef Norman Vessels? A rematch. That being said, he looks about the same as we've seen him against Chef. I mean, same game plan, same skill set. Is he going to have enough to deal with him if he would get that opportunity? Still more than enough time for Tumelo Maputoa in this fight.
Tumelo Maputoa certainly looks a bit shell-shocked, and you can now see the corner of champion Dalcha just to the left of the referee. The referee is going to stop them now. Chasing Dalcha to his corner.
They're going to take a look at the eye of Tumelo Maputoa.
Melo says he's fine. We'll continue immediately. Seconds remain in this fourth out of 5.
There it is. The end of round number 4. Tumelo Maputoa. He has to know. He has to finish this fight. He has to win this round convincingly. Champion Dalcha comes after him.
Closes the gap, drags him to the deck immediately, and now looks to finish the takedown.
And he gets it.
Chucks him to the side. Inside control is champion Dalcha.
Champion Dalcha wasting no time. As soon as that bell hit, he was on it.
Took the fight to Tumelo Maputoa immediately.
This is what we expected from round number 1.
Absolutely.
Finally getting it in round 5.
You can hear Champions fans.
Are they going to will him to victory here? A fighter from the DRC, champion Dalcha.
In the north-south position.
Working him over. Champion Dalcha just continues to reign, and you can see up against the fence. This is a nice move by Tumelo, but this is not an easy spot to be in. It's very hard to shake somebody in this position.
Yeah, he wants to wall walk here and try and create a scramble so he can possibly get back to his feet, but Dalcha is constantly resetting and moving around and changing his weight.
Playing the game how it should be played.
Absolutely.
And smothering.
Come, guys.
Freddie Bassan now talking to both fighters and warning them that they need to show activity. Champion Dalcha not really showing us anything, not striking and not going for any sort of submission. He is just doing transitions at this point.
Guys, stay active, otherwise I'm going to stand you up.
Yeah, he has to do something here. Tries to free up an arm to land some shots. Maputoa is covering up well. He's not taking a lot of punishment.
Time ticking away for Tumelo Maputoa to get to his feet and make a difference in this round. And now we start to hear the chants from the crowd as maybe they're counting down to a victory for their fighter, champion Dalcha.
3 minutes for champion Dalcha to possibly claim what would be a victory. I can't imagine it going any other way. Knee to the shoulder, champion Dalcha in the side control position, trying to just isolate an arm of Tumelo Maputoa so he can land some shots. He would love to finish the fight with champion Dalcha.
Tumelo Maputoa looking to explode up, but just can't quite get his legs underneath him. He is trying feverishly to get an opportunity here, but champion Dalcha just covers him up 100%. You've got to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah, the top game is something else of champion Dalcha's. And again, it just shows you with how good he is. Norman Vessels did the exact opposite to champion Dalcha when they fought. He managed to just stick on top of him, and champion had absolutely no answer for him. And again, Tumelo Maputoa trying to get back to his feet, but champion having absolutely none of it. crushing, smothering, landing knees to the tricep and the top of the arm.
Smart, doing just enough to keep this thing on the ground and wait out this clock. You say it's convincing. I don't know how convincing it is because it's been a very, very stale fight up until now. So I don't know how you judge a few of those rounds.
Just the takedowns that he scored throughout the rounds.
Possibly, yeah.
He was more the aggressor in some of the exchanges, at least, where Tumelo didn't really do much. And the punches that Tumelo threw were pretty much blocked by champion Dalcha, but it was very close. There's no doubt about that. Just not enough happening apart from this final round.
Gonna give up his back just to try to get to his feet, and he might be able to come out the back, but he's also gonna eat some shots.
Champion now still has the back. Tumelo Maputoa's going to get back to his feature.
Using the fence, actually grabbing the fence. Oh, and right back down. Champion Dalcha picks him up and drops him to the mat. Easy as pie. Champion Dalcha with some superhuman strength, wasting no time.
And you have to wonder why he didn't adapt this sort of strategy earlier on in the fight. Now back to his feet again. Dalcha doesn't manage to take him down.
30 seconds, Dirk.
Both of these guys absolutely exhausted from that exchange.
Does he have anything left?
Telling them they have to engage, they have to do something here.
Look for him to duck a big shot and get another takedown. And here we go. Backing him towards the fence, but Tumelo's not throwing, and he has 10 seconds left in the round. Does he want this or not? And he won't give it to us. This is a man that's fighting from behind. This is his moment. Did he do enough? Or did champion Dalcha will his way to a victory? We will have to let the judges sort it out.
Takedown early on in the first, in this fifth and final round. Just don't understand why he didn't try and be a little bit more aggressive from the very first moment the first bell went. A lot of transitions, a lot of moving around, a lot of good top control. Not a lot of punches thrown. There's not a lot of hammer fists. There were not a lot of elbows, not too many, if any, submission attempts. Some great takedowns from champion Dalcha, but we already knew that he has the ability to do that against pretty much anyone.
Declaring the winner by unanimous decision and the new interim EFC light heavyweight champion of the world, champion Dalcha.
Pumza and Giselle.
That is Alain Alonga, the commando boy. He is bouncing on his heels, ready for battle. Barring Ninober, ready to go to war.
Behind the line, ready. Behind the line, ready, fight.
Ferdy Bassan gets us started. Round number one brought to you by 7 Stars Energy Drink. The party starts when the stars are out in the camo. That is Alain Alonga in the gray, Barring Ninober.
Ilunga coming out his usual southpaw.
Extremely confident, isn't he?
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
Look at the confidence, look at the smile, the grin on the face. A sinister look there from Alain Alonga.
He's got that reach advantage, and he'll look to exploit, does Alonga.
2 veterans. Obviously, they've watched each other grow in the division. They've saw each other fight on such a regular basis. They're taking their time. They're being tentative before they engage.
And funny enough, they've trained together at World of Warriors, I believe 2 or 3 years ago, so they should know each other quite well.
Since he's joined Fight Fit Militia, DeMartin, you've watched him closely. What has Alain Alonga been focusing on getting right?
That's the thing, like a guy like Ilunga is good everywhere. He's just saw now that body kick that we expected.
Oh, big shots from Ninober, but a nice reply by Alain Alonga.
That was incredible. Nice,
explosive.
Nice aggressiveness by BB, and Ilunga countering quite well. So now in the clinch, BB's got that underhook with his left hand, possibly trying to go low and get that double leg.
Well, Ninober was willing to take a few punches to get inside there and get into the clinch where he feels he has the advantage in this fight.
Now, hip throw. Good job. That's my favorite move right there. I love it.
I can tell. I can tell you like it.
I love it.
Great
He's
defense.
trying to drop down that level, now looking for a trip. is the BB gun. Elena Lunga with some great takedown defense.
Elena's Longa is a very, very strong opponent. So is BB, so it's going to be interesting what happens on the clinch now.
Kind of canceling each other out right now and expending so much energy. Talk about being in a clinch up against the fence, how much energy you're really expending in that sort of a lock.
Yeah, this is the hardest type of MMA fight, I believe, once you're in that clinch, constant grind. So we'll see how the conditioning comes up if the fight goes to the second round.
Yeah, that's a massive part of it, isn't it? That conditioning, getting it right for fights.
Ilunga defending well with that underhook with his right hand. BB's putting a good pressure against the cage, which is really good for him.
Let me ask you this, DeMar. Now, CIT, of course, has that reputation of having those really hard training sessions, hard sparring sessions. On the other side of the coin, though, talk about FFM and what you guys are doing. Obviously, maybe that gets discounted a little bit. What are the sparring sessions like when you're in there, Elaine's in there, and all you heavy hitters?
I think the thing that I respect a lot is Richard Kwan, the way he's evolved with the sport, you know. We have some hard sparring sessions, but some of them actually light. You don't want to go in there hurt. That's the thing. You want to be there fresh. So I believe Ilunga had good sparring session, but not sparring session that you get hurt as such. So
differing strategies, absolutely.
It's going to be an ongoing debate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you
Always
spar as hard as possible?
Yeah, the thing you want to avoid is going to the fight sore.
Well, I don't think you want to take years off of your career or fights off of your career in the gym as well.
BB putting constant pressure against the cage. Now he's got the double underhook.
You know, interesting here for the majority of this round, it's been Ninober, and then they're going to get the separation. Nice move by Ferdy Bassan.
So Sita Lunga that.
Yeah.
Keep the range. Looking to strike early on.
Yeah, BB's trying to stay way on the outside, avoid those kicks, and did what he did in the beginning, come up with those strikes and possibly get the takedown.
I mean, was that similar strategy with you? To try and close the distance as fast as possible when you fought him?
I was just trying to wait for him to kick, because I knew if he could kick, it would be easier for me to take him down.
Ninober, Elena Lunga here with 1 minute left of round number 1 as we open up our main card here at EFC 59, Carnival City. Crowd really starting to build here, and you can really hear those voices out there. A raucous crowd here in the Big Top Arena. Oh, and he charges forward. He ate a big kick. Those are the kicks we talked about.
And you can see it hurt him.
Yeah, and he snapped it out there so quickly.
But BB, you can see it's tough. He probably worked a lot on that body conditioning. You know, those guys in CIT, they won't make the same mistake again. So I believe BB's body is a lot stronger now.
Look at switches style. He starts to serve effortlessly.
Charging forward, he is underneath the neck.
Ilunga going for that guillotine. Nice defense by Ilunga.
Has to be frustrating for the BB gun, not able to get that takedown. That is something he counts on during his fights.
Having said that, he's quite explosive off that takedown, so it's good for him.
Well scouted fight here by Elena Lunga and his gym. The Commando boy still bouncing. The BB gun got a ton of energy, and it's round number 2. Back to war, brought to you by 7 Stars Energy Drink.
Both guys are a little bit more tentative, but Ilunga seems to be closing the gap.
It's Ninober now.
Ninober pushing the pace again. He did eat that body kick on the way out.
Broad grin from Ilunga.
Ilunga's having fun out there. One thing that I like is that BB setting up those strikes. So as Ilunga defends with a counter, he can shoot for the takedown. That's very, very clever.
Ninober has been the one that's initiated the contact so far.
Ilunga on the outside throwing those feints.
It goes back to orthodox and then switches to southpaw.
You know, and Ilunga always had that reputation of being the guy that pushes the pace, kind of being a little anxious. But now we're seeing Ninober do that, and he's kind of hanging back. Talk about the patience that Elena Lunga has learned over the years.
Yeah, I think he's just a little bit cautious because of the takedown. We know BB is so strong when he puts you on your back. So I think that's why Ilunga's been on the outside, possibly box more than kick. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out.
Oh, there it was.
That hurt him.
And a knee.
That hurt him.
But somehow the BB gun gets through all that punishment. He has him up against the fence again. Can he bring him down to the ground into his world?
Like we predicted, you know, Ilunga going for those body kicks. They go for the clinch and they separate.
And that's probably going to be the strategy, isn't it? Try and find that body kick, slow Ninober down.
The crowd getting behind the Kabenda boy with the chants here in the big top arena.
How do you score a fight like that? I mean, how do you see this fight going?
It's very close, isn't it? You think that Alonga maybe with that contact might just edged it with the body kicks.
Now Alonga starting to push the pace a little bit, starting to step forward.
Yeah, and I mean, there is a trend with the judges. They're looking more damage, aren't they, in terms of the scoring?
Yeah, it's a lot about damage and who's actually putting pressure forward and making the fight happen.
That's the evolution of judging as it is, and I think that's a great thing. So many times the more busier fighter gets the victory, and sometimes they're not even landing the shots that they're throwing.
100%. It's all about who's trying to finish the fight. Longa switching back and forth. Southpaw back to orthodox.
He made the point that he's going to look at boxing.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness!
That was the kick of the century! Welcome to the highlight reel. Alonga spinning kick to the jaw. Good night, BB gun.
That was crazy.
Unbelievable. Oh my gosh. Wow. That was insane. DeMart, how happy are you for your teammate, the Kabenda boy? That was beautiful. Your winner by knockout, Elaine Kabenda boy Alonga. And here we go, folks. It is the madness. Marcel Elvis, it's been 3 years. Taking on Emmanuel Sita, it's been 2 for him. Who's going to come back firing after the layoff? Round number 1 is underway. They're in the green and the black. Giselles in the white. Emmanuel Sita, and they are coming out firing as expected.
Emmanuel kicks Marcel. Marcel uses the momentum with a spinning back fist and scores it. Oh, beautiful body kick. A liver shot straight away from Sita. And it's all down. He takes the win.
Good night.
Shuts Marcel down with a liver kick.
Shut his whole body down, Simon. Shut it all the way down. Oh, goodness.
Wow. Good stoppage from Petey Cox, and recognized it straight away. I think Emmanuel got one follow-up shot, but there's no, when you get hit with that, it's like hitting the switch, isn't it? It's almost like going unconscious, but it's your organs that tell your body you can't carry on. I can see the welt right from my commentary position on Marcel's side. His ribs are swelling up. I don't know if it's broken, but I can see the swelling immediately, almost 10 seconds after. I don't know if it would actually hit the liver, but I'm trying to think, was it Luke Michael? I'm trying to think of who it was. But that's just hitting the switch.
There's the shot again. There's the replay. Let's take a look at it again. That was it. Look at that. You get to see it in his face. I mean, there was no going back, and there's that final shot right to the body. Oh, wow. Man, insult to injury there. Emmanuel Sita with a powerful body kick. I don't know about you, Simon. I love a good knockout. We've seen some good ones. Those body shot knockouts, they are a different breed. Fantastic finish. We go to Hotso Bilal Ramopo to calling into this.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Petey Coxon has called a stop to this contest at 23 seconds of the very first round, declaring your winner by TKO due to body kick strike in the red corner, Emmanuel, the humble warrior, Sita.
Pete, you ready? Champion, you ready? Let's fight, guys.
The start of this bout is presented by Pitbull, the world's only FDA-approved energy drink. So we have champion Dalcha up against Pete's Matong. Matong in the black, Dalcha in the white. Already a kick by Matong, looking to stamp his authority on this one from the outset.
Heavy leg and body kicks possessed by Pete Matong. But champion Dalcha closes the gap very quickly, looking for that takedown. Matong tries to sprawl, but Dalcha gets him down and straight into side control. Frantic, looking for the mount almost immediately. In half guard now, champion Dalcha. Pete Matong trying to spin him over, but Dalcha back on top and back into half guard. Just crazy strength displayed by both men. Dalcha now has the full mount and he tries for the armbar. Matong looks like he might be out of trouble for the time being.
Matong seems to have slipped out of that armbar. And certainly Dalcha will be relying on his judo and grappling tonight. Those are his fortes. A very, very competitive opponent is champion Dalcha.
Dangerous off of his back, and you can already see he's trying to isolate the left arm of Pete Matong, possibly try and set up triangle. Interesting to see what sort of depth the gas tank of champion Dalcha has, considering how frantic he always starts his bouts. And this one was no different at all.
Yeah, he certainly was quick to get out the blocks, was Dalcha. And certainly we'll have to see how his gas tank survives.
He's happy in the full guard at the moment as Pete Matong landing small little short strikes. Bagotine just having a close look, standing by.
Matong being wise here, just taking his time, getting in position, obviously wanting to land those punches and ground and pound.
He's also not creating too much space. You can see he's got his head stuck against the chest of champion Dalcha, and that's what you do when you're fighting a grappler like the level of champion Dalcha. You don't want to give them space to work. They need the smallest amount of space. But Bagotine will stand in back up, not happy that there's enough happening on the ground. Matong not trying to pass the guard and not landing anything significant. Bagotine stands him right back up. See the measured approach by Pete Matong, and just wait for him. Those are those kicks. Dalcha swings wild, tries to close the gap, possibly trying to just close the gap, set up for a takedown. Pete Matong so dangerous on the feet. Two big punches, left looping left hook and an uppercut thrown by champion Dalcha.
When we look at Matong's history, he's fought two opponents, JP Kruger and Armand de Bruyn. And in his last bout against de Bruyn, he was certainly outboxed by Armand. So he's got a lot of show tonight. He's certainly holding his own at the moment.
See in the clinch now, Dalcha looking to use that judo so successfully, gets Matong down, but Matong straight back to his feet. See Matong trying to use the Muay Thai in the clinch, big knees, uses that Muay Thai plum, and Dalcha trying to get it to the ground. Great arm drag by champion Dalcha. Caught Pete Matong by surprise. Judo 101 by champion Dalcha, very impressive to do those sorts of takedowns. Normally guys rely heavily on the gi when they do those sorts of things, so that is really impressive from champion Dalcha. And again, big takedown.
The judo throws coming into effect here at Carnival City.
Puts Matong on his back, looking to mount as champion Dalcha. Gets the mount, bad spot for Matong to be in, and now again isolates Jon, goes for the armbar, he might have this.
And champion Dalcha locks it in here at EFC.
You can see Matong thinking about the tap, holding on. Dalcha still got a hold of the arm.
Squeezing.
Okay. And Pete Matong taps out, gets the victory.
Champion Dalcha prevails at EFC 34. What a masterclass he's put on in judo. The throw is simply sublime.
Frantic pace by champion Dalcha. And as soon as he had a whiff, he looked to finish. First time around on the ground, struggled with that armbar. Second time, got it locked up quite quickly. Dangerous competitor in this light heavyweight division as champion Dalcha, considering he took the fight on a couple of days' notice.
Especially on the ground. And this action replay is brought to you by GNC. The official sports nutrition partner of the EFC presents this action replay.
Set up that armbar perfectly. He got his hip straight to the shoulder joint. Matong held on for a bit. You can see he was thinking about the tap, realizing it's possibly just had a little bit of give, and champion Dalcha is having to reset. Bagotine right on the action, trying to see what was going on. Gets the victory, champion Dalcha. Very impressive.
Declaring the winner by tap out due to an armbar, champion Dalcha.
He's the kind of guy who likes to finish it in the first, but there's Nguala in the white shorts, and in the black his Sondi. Referee Norman Treen gets us underway. Of course, this round is presented by Dragon Energy, the high performance energy drink of the EFC.
Very reserved start, both boys trying to find their range. Nice and relaxed. Good to see.
Yeah, they're really keeping the distance at the moment, aren't they? You could park a bus between the two of them.
The King has just got this intention in his eyes. Like I said, always calm, but just fires with such savagery. There we go, big right hand, as I called it. Elvis nice and light on his feet.
Guisundi says that he's the real king, as opposed to Elvis, who is just the king, if I recall. But nice and patient from both lads. But yeah, that dangerous big bowling overhand right from Sundi's always there.
Fires back immediately with the right hand there. Elvis being very cagey, both these guys.
There's that hand speed.
They understand that power. Hand speed by Guelo, but good hand movement of Elvis. Dips again. Right hand brushing the cheek of Elvis. He's got to watch out for that power. I like how Elvis is always changing the line. He gets that head dipping, he gets that head moving, and utilizes it to counter with.
Yeah, it didn't seem in the World Sports Bay until the tape that
Good
the
right hand to the body, my Guelo, big head kick.
The reach difference was going to be major big, but it does look like Guisundi certainly is a lot more taller and longer in terms of his reach. With that left jab he's pouring out there. Like I said, he's good at finding his range, is Sundi. He's a good range fighter. He's happy to strike from distance, and he's very, very quick, using that hand speed to get in and out of the pocket.
Big right
just
hand
like
by
that.
Sundi. I like the way he sits into his stance. Well engaged in his stance, deep squat position. Good jab. Double triples on those. Looking for that right hand. He's setting that jab up, throwing it in the face, looking for the reaction. Been quite a slow round by both these guys. Some quick hands, some good countering. Not a lot of offense though.
Yeah, they're just figuring each other out, aren't they? I mean, you see Elvis is just trying to learn as much as he can about Guelo's style, and just seeing if there's any opportunities that he can use. I mean, it's only really they're both engaging when they get close to each other, but it is a very, very cagey
big
opening.
right hand. Over the top by Sundi. Landing flush on Elvis's jaw. Elvis just ate that. Didn't even look like anything had happened. It's all about the timing and the range. Both struggling with that a little bit. But I suppose these are the fights that we're seeing nowadays. Guys are very cautious in their approach. They understand the power. They're looking for the opportunity. Big body kick by Sundi.
Yeah, it's just a matter of confidence, really, particularly for Elvis and Guala, coming off that loss to Tapiwa Katikati. I mean, it was a TKO loss. He's certainly handy when he gets in there, but how he deals with that is the key in this fight. We know that Sundi, for example, coming off a 2-fight winning streak.
Low kick there by Elvis.
And he's coming up against a natural finish. Oh, beautiful right knockout from Sundi. And Elvis from Guala is out for the count. What a superb right hand from the King.
Like I said, threw that jab out and over the top. Wow. Shut his lights out.
A superb knockout from Guisundi. Elvis and Guala very quick just to get back up to his feet. He seems to be completely cognizant, talking away to the doctors. He's absolutely fine, but it was a beautiful, almost walk-off knockout. A beautiful, that overhand right that he's been threatening with, landed absolutely flush.
The power he possesses is unbelievable. It's the second time he showed that he can put the lights out just with one punch. He'd been working on that jab. He had been utilizing it a lot in this round, trying to find that range. He had landed with one or two of those overhand rights, just not with the same efficiency, and then comes up with that. Can you believe that?
Well, that's 3 early impressive finishes from Guisundi in a row now. And this lad is putting on a show, and the lightweight division have been watching this and saying,
every time just a little bit short. Some nice range finders in the legs and with it in the jab. He utilized that jab, overhand right, boom. I mean, he was out on the way down. Caught him with a big overhand right. Tried to follow up with a head kick, but I think he was already lights out and going down.
It was almost he got him with the side of his fist on the side of the head.
Declaring your winner by knockout, Your Royal Highness, Guelo King Sondi!
Pacing back and forth, eyes directly on his opponent, Shadrach Ensua. Ensua doesn't seem very phased by it, kind of in his own zone. Vika Swart gets the duty of looking after these two fighters. Dragon Energy brings you round one. And Ensua right out of the gate trying to overpower Kandari, but Kandari is able to out-technique the big man. Now Kandari on his back, working on an arm, and Simon, they are not wasting any time.
Yeah, it was Shadrach that initiated the takedown, but Francois will just get that extra twist and torque in the scramble in the air. Now he's got the back, hasn't got both hooks in. Shadrach's going to turn around. If Francois is not able to get those hooks in, that's exactly what he does. And his nasty elbows down, just controlling. He's trapped the left arm of Kandari. He's going to be careful with those elbow blows. Maybe Vika Swart looking close.
Took everything that Kandari had there and just literally powered out of it so easily. And that's scary for him to power out of those techniques. And now a big right hand. Kandari still fighting, a wily veteran.
That's a shot. He's over. He's finished.
Oh, he's very hurt. This fight's over. Too much power. Ensua puts away Kandari. What a finish. What a debut. Man, you got to watch out for this guy. He is a problem. Shadrach Ensua. Let's take a look at the action replay. And right out of the gate, Kandari looked really good. Great takedown there, way to reverse it. But when it came down just to straight power, Ensua was too much. Look at this. I mean, there was no resistance. He couldn't do anything with it.
It was just this one shot here, this big right hand. That's what set up, and that was where Francois was really hurt. And massive shots.
The second one was a death sentence.
Here comes that big right there. And that really hurt him, but you're right. It's the second one that put him out there. Just a massive shot.
Declaring your winner by TKO due to strikes in the blue corner, Shadrach Blambi Ensua.
Jean-Jacques Lubaya, is he ready to take that next step? He's got a big task ahead of him, and that man, Narek, the beast, Simos. Here we go. And the traditional flag there is Jean-Jacques Lubaya. In the black is Narek Simos. And we got ourselves a scramble here, Simon. Round one brought to you by Dragon Energy.
Narek took a couple of shots before they clinched up. Narek actually initiated the takedown. Lubaya turned it around in the scramble. When they hit the ground, Narek kept the momentum turning and ended up on top. Lubaya gets back up to his feet, eats a nice knee from Simos as they disengage. Straight away, a bit of a slip from Simos. I think the left hook almost caught him, I'm not sure. Now he's trying to get back up to his feet. Knees up the inside from the DRC fighter. We have a massive fight on our hands. Both guys swinging straight away.
Lubaya just kind of like a wrecking machine, this guy. Just willing to walk right through you to land his shots. And Simos, it seems like a little off balance right now. I don't know if that came from the slip, if maybe he tweaked something, but he just looks like he's a little bit off balance, which could be a problem.
He's getting tagged, Cyrus. I thought he got tagged a few times. He ate quite a big right hook there. Nice knees from Simos in reply, though. Clinch is working for him, for Narek Simos. It's good defense for him, but I think he was getting tagged by a couple of those massive power shots from Jean-Jacques Lubaya.
You know, it's pretty amazing, Simon. You know, CIT's always been a strong team, but it seems like they are at their strongest. And we talked about this, and Sia's brought this up. You know, are there more, you know, great talent, great fighters that are coming through the door now? Now that Dricus du Plessis has become a world champion with the UFC, and I think that's an obvious yes.
Yeah, massive. You could just see the leveling up of everyone in that fight team, including Narek Simos. But even back in the day, you could see the quality of his skill set. That being said, Jean-Jacques Lubaya looks like he's packing a huge amount of power for this division. He looks athletic and strong, and it's just as if he's powering his shots through Narek's guard. And I think that's what tagged Narek. I don't think there are any particular shots that came through particularly clean. So Lubaya's coming forward with a lot of power through the guard of Narek. And again, there it slips on the kick and looking to reset here at the moment. You know, Lubaya senses something here. He needs to come forward with a lot of power. I think a couple of times now it was looking to initiate the takedown. Lubaya did well to get back up to his feet. Targets the lead leg now of Simos.
Well, he's throwing with some angry intentions, that's for sure. I mean, just short, strong shots. Not a lot of energy wasted here for Jean-Jacques Lubaya, and I like that. I mean, that's the type of fighters I love to watch. And he is just straight on and very, very accurate. Neric Simos has his work cut out for him here, but he's been here before. I mean, he's been in here with some really, really tough competition. So it's not like he's not used to this. Just another day at work here for Neric Simos.
When was the last time you see Igor Kabenda get taken 3 rounds like Neric was able to do?
True.
Nobody. You know, and as I said before, Neric's, some of his victories over the past are just absolutely superb. And I think perhaps is, you know, try to see if he can out-cardio Lubaya, see if he can start changing to a counter-striking game, see if he can test the grappling, because we know what Neric is like when he takes the fight to the canvas. He's an absolute animal. But at the moment, I just think the forward-footed pressure of Jean-Jacques is just a little bit much to him, and he's just going to try and reset. He's over to the corner listening to CIT head coach Morné Visser. And we know the kind of game planning at CIT. It's the best in the world. Couldn't have a better corner for him to reset. But very impressed with how Jean-Jacques Lubaya is handling it. You're asking those questions going into this fight, how the bright lights are going to affect. Nice elbow on a disengage from there, but he eats a left. How those bright lights are going to affect this DRC lad at the moment. He's looking the real deal.
He certainly is. Looking for his opening here. Looking to land one real solid, significant shot here. And now Simos getting aggressive, bringing the fight to him. Great defense. Not allowing those punches to come through, but here they come. Jean-Jacques Lubaya trying to punch right through the guard here of Neric Simos. And what a cracker of a fight we have here just in round number 1, and a whole lot of action here in Johannesburg.
Yeah, again, Lubaya coming forward. Neric does well to clinch up and see if he can slow it down a bit and see if he can start using technique up against the fence. It's a good move from Neric. At some point, Morné Visser said something to him, and he came forward, lovely knee. The inside for Neric Simos with the Muay Thai plum clinch round the back. Meanwhile, Lubaya's got a double. He's got both legs at the moment, but he's trying to see if he can scoot and get the takedown. Less than 5 seconds left. That's it. Landing off the guard in the forearm of Neric Simos. He comes straight out to the middle, does Neric, and there goes training straight away.
Man. Yes, indeed. We are coming. For the kill here tonight is Jean-Jacques Lubaya. Round 2 is brought to you by Dragon Energy Drink.
Simos back up to his feet after that leg kick trip. Came out very fast into the second. Morné Visser had some serious words, bit of a low blow. Neric says he's okay, but he needs to take some time here because he did wince in pain, but Ferdy Basson immediately stopped it and said, no, take your time. You've got it.
What's that make Jeremy Shabalo look like? I mean,
just ask,
you could hear that one slap.
Just ask
and
Graham
Neric says, no, I'm ready to fight.
Yeah, straight away. Now let's carry on. Always felt guilty for carrying on, did Neric. Straight away. He certainly hit the cut clean. Nice front kick from Neric, misses. Lubaya's headhunting here though. He's cutting off the angles. There he comes in with that straight right. Neric goes for the inside kick. Big left right from Lubaya. Simos covering up nicely, beautifully timed takedown attempt. Goes for the double, ducks underneath the punches. Sweetly timed by Simos, going to pull the left arm away and dump him back down. But Lubaya just uses pure strength to get back up to his feet. The knee from the inside the clinch misses from Simos, and they reset in the middle.
I caught a glance there of Marino Kundana, and it looked like he was barking out some instructions over there, breaking away from commentary. We've seen Demar Pena do that a number of times.
Yeah, well, Marcos, his Portuguese co-commentator there, is handling it. Meanwhile, Neric's got Marino Kundana screaming out in Portuguese on one side of the hexagon, and the CIT coaching team screaming out on the other one. So the poor lad might be a little bit confused, but Marino wears his heart on his sleeve for his best mate, and we kind of understand that.
Of course, Neric Simos representing Angola, and we know that Demar Pena has been just at an absolute tear here, and they've been mates for quite a while now. DeMarc Penna, of course, our former EFC bantamweight champion, now Aries bantamweight champion, but still, you know, carrying that flag for Africa, and just been a tremendous representative here of the continent.
Yeah, and joining the CIT fight team is now DeMarc Penna as he prepares to defend.
I did not know that.
Yeah, he's been training up at CIT.
That's something.
And, you know,
that's amazing.
Preparing for his defense of those Aries bantamweight champion, we wish him well. You usually find him on our Portuguese commentary. Another great champion, 13 wins undefeated as one of our early bantamweight champions, DeMarc Penna, and a high school friend of this man on your left, your screen, Nerek Simos. Another slip for the leg kick though from Nerek. Tries a spinning back attack with the back fist, but nothing going there. Lubaya just continues to plod forward.
So many possibilities, Simon, when you think about us moving around this continent. Angola has to be another one of those that, you know, we have such a vested interest in, and we've had great fighters. And it looks like that one was caught, so 1 for 1, right? I mean,
yeah.
Nerek took one, now Jean-Jacques takes one. I'd say we're even. Let's take a look.
I'm not sure about that.
That looks all abdominals, but he may have caught him, may have glanced it. Sometimes that's the one that hurts the most, right? That little glance, that little glancing blow. That could be it.
Yeah, it is often said the case that, you know, when you get hit in the abdomen, the force goes down and it feels like a low blow. So certainly wouldn't cast aspersions on Jean-Jacques Lubaya, particularly when he's happy to continue straight away and goes down to the body. Left hook to the gut, follows up with an overhand right. Simos is getting tangled a little bit here. He's backing up.
It's like a finishing sequence here, Simon. It really does, man. He's throwing with very bad intentions. Is Lubaya? Maybe he took that unintentional low blow personally, because he came out firing in a very big way. But Simos was able to just battle right back and give it right back to him.
Yeah, now it continues to circle around and look for the counter. Jean-Jacques Lubaya just methodical in his headhunting. Lubaya complains about an eye poke, but it was a completely legitimate left hook from Nerek. Just bounces off the fence and tries a jumping knee and scores with it. Does Nerek Simos.
Wow.
Showtime jumping knee, if you will. Beautiful work, but they're clinching up now. Lubaya's just pushing in, but Nerek's work off the fence has always been very strong.
And you got to wonder if he's going to try to mix in that spinning back fist as well. He didn't quite connect on it earlier in the round, but I think he may want to try to throw that again. It looked like it had a ton of force behind it.
Nice attempt at a step and vertical elbow by Nerek. Decent uppercut as he comes in the pocket. Still not no real killer blow landed by either fighter. It's a technical stand-up back and forth. Setting up this.
Lubaya reminds me a lot of Nerek Simos' last loss, which was August Kayambala. That short, compact, just real explosive energy. That reminds me a lot of Lubaya. It really does.
Yeah.
And Simos seems to have learned from that loss and is just, he's doing a great job of defending against Lubaya.
Well, ducks under the spinning back fist. Goes Lubaya.
I told you he might look for it.
Yeah.
Jean-Jacques Lubaya taking some deep breaths. Nerek Simos has been here before, and you can tell.
Yeah, huge amount of experience. And the dance ran outside. What would the advice be of Mornay Fissa? We haven't seen a huge amount of groundwork in this fight. It's been a mostly technical affair on the stand-up. So certainly Simos wants to stay away from the fence when Lubaya's going to come forward and throw some bombs. Again, look for a home for that big overhand left. There's Lubaya. Simos replies with that step in vertical elbow.
Yeah, Lubaya just kind of throwing caution to the wind. He doesn't mind. He's going to try to walk right through. He's going to try to bulldoze right past you. Is Jean-Jacques Lubaya. But Nerek Simos is too crafty tonight. And great defense.
Yeah. Exchanging leg kicks.
Nice left hook.
Very nice left by Simos. Follows up again. Nice right as they try to clinch up. Oh, huge right from Lubaya.
Oh, watch out.
Simos
How
takes
on
a
earth
knee.
did he stay up?
He took a knee and got straight back up.
That was incredible.
Yeah, great right from Lubaya. And another one.
Is
right
he all
down
the way
pipe.
back, though? Because, I mean, that stunned him, for sure. That dropped him to a knee. You can kind of see it in his eyes that he's not quite back yet. If you're Lubaya, you go for it now. I mean, you kind of had him on the ropes there for a minute, and it seems like he kind of tailed off. I don't know if that was the right move. Now, Simos going to try to get that takedown, unable to get it. He telegraphed it, and Lubaya just shucks him to the side. What a fight.
Got a good single, didn't Eric? And Lubaya just shrugged him off. I've never seen anyone shrug Eric off like that. He's got beautiful takedowns. I mean, after that initial knockdown, Eric took a knee, popped straight back up in his defense, but then got tagged with another left jab right down the pipe from Lubaya. But like you're saying, Cyrus, Lubaya's not really pressing. He's coming forward. The ETC team in his corner asking him to push the advantage, and he's not. He's still almost picking his shots. Is he letting Eric Simos off the hook here? Is he going to come back and haunt him? When those two rounds are kind of tipping in the scales of justice, Lubaya with that knockdown certainly is in the ascendancy in his third. Coming forward, a couple more strikes. Simos just covers up. Now he's going to have to do something if he wants to take this round. He seems like he's recovered. He's not wobbling anyway. He's still in this fight. But Lubaya did not come and finish the deal.
I mean, it's been a solid 13 minutes of fighting here for these two, and it's been a pretty strong pace all the way through. And I think maybe it's getting a little bit too Lubaya. I feel like he's feeling it a little bit. He's breathing a little harder, and he's unable to put together a 5, 6, 7 shot combination like we saw earlier on in the fight. Here we go. Let's see if he can land one. Nice left hand. Misses with the right. And Simos continues to survive now. Tries to time it out perfectly, but he has a hard time getting a hold of Lubaya and putting him on the ground. And just one big piece of muscle is Jean-Jacques Lubaya, and Simos is unable to get him down.
Nice fight IQ from Simos. At that point, Lubaya looked over to his corner to see if he could hear what they were saying to him. And Eric pounced on that moment and thought he'd be vulnerable to the takedown. But again, a good sprawl from Lubaya. Defended it. Beautiful takedown defense. Good body kick from Simos. Cartwheels out of danger once the kick after the body kick was caught and defended. Goes for the spinning back fist. Nothing landing there. Lubaya continues to hunt him down.
Well, you can just tell the velocity has fallen so much off of that spinning back fist. He just does not have the same pop on it. He's got to get the takedown. He's very, very determined to do so. But every time he does, I mean, that expends a lot of energy just going into a takedown. You use a lot of energy doing it, so you got to be smart about how you take those takedowns. He's timing them well, but he just doesn't have enough energy to complete the takedown, and Lubaya is doing a good job of defending. We are under a minute left in this entire fight, which has been great back and forth action, and I'll tell you, Simon, I'm glad I'm not signed up to judge tonight because I don't know that there's a real easy decision here to call.
That was a beautiful jab from Eric that came through and rocked the head back of Lubaya. Simos is kind of trying to work his way back into this round by upping his strike output a tad more as Lubaya is starting to wane a little bit. That being said, the DRC lad continues to throw with a lot of power. A lot of these strikes being blocked by Eric Simos. He ends with a nice left hook there, does Eric Simos. Just showing why everyone in Angola calls this lad the Beast. Difficult to put away. Good sprawl from Lubaya to defend the takedown attempt. Wow. Technical.
That was a great bout.
Fight.
I mean, you got to appreciate that. I mean, they just really gave each other all they could handle.
Who was the most effective strikes? Lubaya came forward with a lot of power, but a lot of it was coming off the forearms and the biceps of Eric Simos. Break the fight down and just see whose was the most efficient strikes in those 2 rounds. Yes, we know there was that knockdown in the third. Simos came back to it. There's a good left hook, followed by a right hook by Lubaya. Nice left to the chin as Eric Simos exits the pocket with a nice angle and a good body kick.
In the red corner, Jean-Jacques Ziri Lubaya.
Juan Bezaydenot in the biggest fight of his career to date. Taking on the Apocalypse, Ricky Michelis, who's at the doorstep of a title shot.
Are you ready?
If looks could kill, sorry.
My man Brad standing up block gets us started round number 1. Brought to you by Dragon Energy, the official energy partner of the EFC. In the black tights,
That is Jean Bizay note in the black and white trunks with that bald eagle, by the way, Ricky Michelis.
Well noticed. Ricky straight in the center, Joanne circling round the outside, both tentative. Light on his feet, Ricky feints the jab.
Here we go, Jean Bizay note. We know he has power. He's gonna look for that kick. Ricky has been inside this hexagon so many times, so experienced, and that can go a long, long ways. And with the heavyweights, you know, age doesn't quite matter as much. These guys seem to get better with age. The power doesn't really go away. And it just doesn't matter if you're a little, you know, over the hill or into your mid-30s or over your mid-30s when it comes to this division.
Yeah, you never lose technique and you don't lose power. Both these guys, when they trade in the pocket with those hooks, it's going to be all over.
Jean Bizay note has really made this thing personal. And Ricky Michelis as well. They made the fight that much more interesting, of course, with the champion Dalcha aspect figured in there. A lot of DRC fans here in the house tonight.
Yeah, it does. It makes it very, very interesting and has great permutations for the heavyweight division. Both these guys are tentative, but they're both aware of the incredible power each other has. They've trained for this, and with the assassin training with champion Dalcha, I think he knows exactly what to expect from a guy like Ricky Michelis.
Yeah, the fun thing about the heavyweight division is it's hard to keep a huge stable of heavyweights, and thus you're going to see fights like this. A guy with just one pro fight, to his credit, it was a win, taking on a guy that's had 13 pro fights. Yeah. That's the heavyweight division. That is the beauty of the big guys, is you're going to see those contrasts, and they make for amazing moments.
Yeah, and what cojones Bizay has. It's just his second EFC fight. And he's up against a guy like Michelis, you know, who's been through everyone in this division. He's fought the great of the greats in the history of the heavyweight division in the EFC, and coming off that fantastic fight against Kevin Kokomo, which is a 3-round war. Are we going to see another heavyweight war that goes 3 rounds tonight, Cyrus?
Very well could. Outside leg kick there by Bizay note. The confidence is there. He has had no problem stepping forward and throwing out those strikes. But as you can tell, they're just trying to figure each other out. They're trying to establish their range at this moment. Things moving a little slow here in round number 1, but I guarantee you it will pick up.
I like Kevin's patience because before, we've seen Joanne rush in, try those spinning techniques. I know he's got some great kicks with that K1 background, but sometimes in the past he's rushed in, but he's a lot more patient. Then we've got Ricky planting his feet in the center of the hexagon. He's not going anywhere. Sticking out that jab on the left, looking for an opening. Joanne's not giving it to him.
As you can see, the reach advantage, 19 centimeters. And for a heavyweight fight, and for a guy that's a great striker and a great boxer, that is a huge advantage. And Ricky Michelis needs to keep working on that jab because I think it's there.
Oh, it's a low blow. Joanne apologizes. Ricky going to take He's fine to continue.
And here we go. Oh, no. No, maybe a little delayed reaction. You can't really fault him for that.
Jump up and down works for me.
And we're right back into it. Under 2 minutes left here in round number 1. Michelis, man, the most pressure probably in his entire career night because he's fought his way that high to being, you know, so high in this heavyweight division and really almost in the conversation for a title shot. So that's a lot of pressure to put on somebody's shoulders, but he seems to be very comfortable with it.
Nice to see Ricky go lower. There he's going for the gut shot again. It's the second time in this round that he's gone to change levels, and then he comes back up and then throws out that big left jab. Jumps forward very slightly as he does it, so the speed is very, very deceptive. Like you said, that jab's been very, very effective for him in the past, and I'd like to see him do more of it, to set up his shot and go in and come in with that big right hook like we know so well.
That, of course, just got started pro career in this year, 2018, but in his amateur career, 2016. He's only really been at this for a few years. And that is a testament to his talent to be put in here with a guy like Michelis.
Yeah, how fast is Ricky? So deceptive, putting a 3 combo together, jumping across the hexagon in the blink of an eyelid. Absolutely superb, and he's taunting the leg kick in the thighs from Joanne.
Did he just grab the kick and throw it away? Is that what just happened?
I think he did, and we can see the spinning roundhouse from Joanne. That's kind of the spinning K1 techniques that he loves so much. Again, as we've seen earlier today, if you're going to try the spinning stuff, be very, very careful in how you exit away from your opponent's right and left.
Just a few seconds left, but it only takes one with these gentlemen. 9 seconds left here as the seconds tick away of round number 1, and that's going to be almost impossible to judge. Not a whole lot of action. Well, here we go. Ricky Michelis with that laser stare And we are into round number 2, brought to you by Dragon Energy Drink. Grab a Dragon Energy High Performance Energy Drink.
Nice.
Here comes the assassin, Jean Bizay note. He needs to answer some questions here.
Even though that was a tentative first round, who's figured out each other the quicker? Who has gauged the range better?
Over the top. That's what you talked about. Bizay said he just has a right hand. Let's see if Ricky can make him pay for that.
Yeah, no, we know that Ricky has way more than that, and I think Joanne was I don't think he was serious in that. I think he was trying to play games. Beautiful left up the pipe. And was that a low blow?
Now, you can't take a timeout now, and Jean Bizay note could rush him at that point. Ricky has to be very careful because some fighters will not give you that break, not give you that, so-called timeout.
Yeah, it's obviously he doesn't want to take a break. It's obviously not too wounded by the low blow. But again, he's trying to switch the levels, but he's not committing. He's not committing to the lower shots. He's not committing to the gut shots, which I can see a bit more. But he's still controlling the center of hex and making Bizay note circle round.
Nice jab to the body there by Michelis. You better believe that is going to do a little bit of damage. If I'm Michelis, I'm going to continue to work on that body.
Yeah, nice range testing by Ricky. He wants to keep that left. And he wants to play games
they're having
again.
fun, aren't they?
Yeah, we still want to see showboating, want to see some action. I've got to be honest with you. These guys are not engaging to the best of their abilities. We know that these guys are fantastic stand-up, and they want to go and trade. And the beautiful left and right by Ricky.
Ricky has to continue to follow that up. He has Bizay note back on his heels.
Especially at heavyweight division, especially with so much at stake, you do not want to leave this fight to the judges. We know what both finishes these guys are. They can't leave it to a decision, and they both know it. I expect more engaging now.
Bizay note really hasn't committed to anything that he's thrown. We've seen a few shots, a few leg kicks, but we really haven't seen the best of the assassin yet.
Yeah,
but he's going to have to get a little bit more confidence and go on the attack here and see what Ricky Michelis is made of. We obviously know his pedigree, but Bizay note has to bring the fight to Ricky.
Yeah, but it's the second EFC fight, and I'll ask anyone else to put yourself in this position. It's only your second EFC fight, and here you are in the amazing venue of Sun City, a packed-out crowd baying for blood, and it's just your second EFC fight, and you're in with a guy like Ricky Michelis. What do? You're patient, you take your time, you keep your distance, and you look for the openings. It's a calm game for him. It may be a bit boring for fight fans at home, but it's still a fantastic conundrum from both these guys. It's one of those fights that can end at any time.
You're right. You're absolutely right. That's the joy of the heavyweight.
Great left leg kick.
He throws that one away, too. He just keeps throwing away the punches and kicks. Right down the middle. Uppercut, spinning back elbow.
Great exchange by both guys.
Let's have some fun, ladies and gentlemen. Let's open up.
That's woken up the crowd, and it's woken up the fighters. Well, great exchange.
Beautiful shot to the body.
Yeah, he's loving that, isn't he? He's going down. Really not happy to go forward, though, Ricky, for that lower shot. It lays himself open when he's bending down, he's coming in. Lays himself open for Zayden Ho's right hook if it comes. But Ricky's backing up nicely. Michelis again continues to control the center of the hex. And will that cause a difference in the judge's eye, Cyrus?
Very well could. And Ricky Michelis has definitely got that confidence up now. He's getting a little more loose. Definitely not trigger shy, if you will, at this point. He's really starting to open up, and that's the Ricky Michelis that could be looking at a title shot.
But we saw in Juan's last fight against Matunga Jasa that he loves to counter, and I'm wondering if he's just waiting. I wonder if he's baiting Ricky, and
wow, what a takedown and a beautiful scramble. And Ricky Michelis is now in half guard.
What is Ricky going to do? What has he been doing on the ground with 30%?
How about the timing by Bizay note, but how about that reversal? That was beautiful, the scramble by Michelis, and that is a testament to the hard work in the gym, on the mat, that he has done with Ferdy Bassan. Much credit to him and his camp.
Yeah, for such a great swinger and a brawler, Ricky Michelis improved ground game up at Boxburg. Expected that, but I didn't see it coming so soon. Great speed and great covering by the guys. And you're right, so it's great timings by Joan Poseidon. We said he was looking for the counter. He took it, but Ricky wasted no time whatsoever. Reversed it in a blink of an eye. But what can he do with this opportunity now with just 30 seconds left?
Inside control is Ricky Michelis. He's operating. He's looking to start grinding those elbows and slice open Bizay note. More elbows, Bizay notes in deep water. Here comes the elbows. The apocalypse
coming down.
Raining down. And there it is. Michelis is a monster.
Oh, what a fantastic finish.
That's how you do it.
That's how you punch a ticket to a heavyweight title fight.
Wow, and great respect shown by
Wow.
both guys, but the apocalypse, it came tonight, didn't it?
It really
You called
did.
it, Cyrus. Fantastic. What a shot.
I'll tell
Rain
you.
down those elbows. Wow.
Like the Wu-Tang Clan says, the new Ricky Michelis ain't nothing to mess with. I'm not going to say what the real lyric is, but Ricky Michelis is showing why they call him the Apocalypse, and he is bringing it at a whole new level.
Referee Brad Block gave Joanne all the opportunity in the world to defend himself. Put those elbows.
Your winner by TKO due to strikes, Ricky the Apocalypse Michelis.
I'm so excited. I'm almost climbing over the cage myself. I feel like I'm inside there, Simon.
Mixed martial arts in Africa.
Oh, good. Nice and aggressive off the start. Nice and aggressive. Zika looking very comfortable there. You're not afraid to exchange, eh?
Yeah, a lot of leg kicks early on here, Gareth, but we know that both these guys are fantastic grapplers. I think JT Butt is going to be wary of the throws of Makangele.
Oh. JT doesn't want to circle into that power. He wants to just...
Oh, that's a nasty right hand, isn't it, from Zico?
Lovely. Lovely setup down to the bottom and over the top. That's what he's got to look for. If he really wants to make that right hand count, he wants to lure him into that right hand.
I see JT moving to southpaw now, Gareth. Is that to protect the leg? Because he did take a couple of blows to that left Nagasees, going back to orthodox. But he was getting lit up a bit with those early leg kick attacks. But that right hand from Zico is nasty.
Look, such is the game that people have adapted and they can fight off both feet. Oh, nice overhand right there by JT. That got the attention of Zico.
And both these lads are willing to... Oh, another big right
lovely
hand
straight
coming over.
one. He's finding a home very early for that. If I was JT, I would really not press the pressure too much. I would get on my feet. He's getting caught every time as he comes in for that exchange. His switch of his feet definitely needs to be moved on to the outside channels.
He is moving stances quite a lot, but he's getting lit up regardless of his stance, Gareth. And he's coming in a variety of stances, but it makes no difference to Zico Makangele. He's just like lighting up.
Oh, another big right hand by JT. It's quite a frantic pace already.
Yeah, I mean, we've waited 421 days, Gareth. I mean, what a tough debut for both these guys. Coming in with fantastic amateur reputations as well. Really need to make their stamp on the first fight of mixed martial arts in Africa in over a year.
I'd like to see Zico mix up a few feints behind that right hand. Get him moving, get him faking, get him to react to that feint and then drop that big hammer in.
But what does JT Buerta need to do here, Gareth? He's going in and he's covering up with his guard and he's coming out again. And he's just taking punishment. He doesn't seem to be coming into the pocket with much offense.
I think at the stage that he's going defensive in the zone there, in the striking zone, he needs to. I'd like to see him.
Oh, it was a great right coming in there.
Yeah.
That rocked him, so that's why he went for the
Big
takedown.
shoot.
Good sprawl from Zico, though.
Nice and strong as well.
Oh, nice shoulder throw from Zico. Really adapted nicely to the sprawl.
Nice double hooks there. He wants to turn onto that outside arm, that overhand guillotine. He really wants to turn his head underneath the armpit, twist it over the top to the back of his head.
Again, as we've heard so many things about this fantastic judoka, Zico Makangele, that wonderful throws he has, and we saw it with a beautiful technique. But JT Buerta is turtling up, and this is a dangerous place for him to be in, Gareth.
I'm seeing a lot of strength. He seems to be trying to muscle his way through a lot of stuff. He's really just got to compose himself, relax it a bit, get himself into good positions, and go through the systems that he's been taught. CRT have an unbelievable wrestling game. He won't have been in a space where he would not have faced this before. He's got to slow himself down, get himself back into the fight, compose himself. Oh, lovely right hand, good return. He needs to stay up straight though.
Yeah, JT Buerta was starting to compose himself before that scramble on the ground, but he did well to get back to his feet without taking much punishment. Zico Makangele, as a top-level judoka, perhaps should have used that opportunity more to create some more damage, but then why does he need to if JT Buerta keeps coming in and taking that overhand right in his guard? Again, that right's coming in.
You can't take too many of those. That I can promise you. Those are hard.
They're powerful, and they can even hurt you through your guard, can't they, Gareth?
Look, it only takes one. We know that in this game. So JT needs to be a little bit more cautious. Control the space a little bit better.
Yeah, it's a fantastic first round, but I think coming into the second, we've only got 30 seconds left in the first, and it's been one heck of a pace. Again, Botha goes for the sprawl.
He now needs to turn himself on the outside. His takedown, his shot is very lateral.
Oh, it's a beautiful uppercut by Botha.
Lovely uppercut. Oh!
Oh, these boys have not come here to play, Gareth. What a cracking first round. It's so been worth the wait. What does JT Botha go into the second round? Because he's looking to set up the takedowns with his striking, but he's just taking too much shots coming in.
We cannot force the straight drive. We need to get on the angle. We need to hit a good single, good double, and make sure we turn the corner.
JT Botha smiling, he's a bit more lighter on his feet now, but now it's Mangalia that's coming forward with his strikes. That might play into JT Botha's counter game plan of using the counter to take him down.
JT looks like he's breathing quite heavy. Mouth is open, needs to bite down hard on that gum guard. With the right hands that have been coming in, he's putting himself at a lot of risk. You see how he's trying to latch over that leg? He's trying to use that latch to turn around the corner.
Again, Zika Mangalia, like he's almost like he's hearing you, Gareth, was certainly wise to it.
Just unbelievable base. He's got this incredible base, super strong.
The BIA camp certainly making up for the lack of audience here. Again, it's one of those second rounds where after such a frantic first round, coming into the second, both guys a bit wary of each other power. But that right hand certainly scoring for Zico again.
He's definitely found a home for that right hand. Not as much sting as we did in the beginning as we go here into the 4th minute of the... Oh, almost a good transition. Looking...
Oh, nice right uppercut from Botha again.
Lovely uppercut.
Now he's covering up, looking for the single, Gareth. What a great sprawl from Zika Mangalia. I mean, this guy's got great defense.
Incredibly strong.
But we saw in the first round, he has some beautiful technique as well. That shoulder throw was very sweet, particularly in the scramble.
Simon, I must tell you that it's incredibly difficult to compete with somebody who's exceptionally strong and has an unbelievable skill set.
JT Botha, like you said, he needs to hit down on that gum guard and really bite down because he's really struggling now. Both guys are looking like they've already gone 3 rounds.
Not moving a lot. The switches aren't coming anymore. He's not finding those angles. He needs to get on his toes. He needs to keep moving.
Oh, nasty right comes in again. Botha's in trouble. He's turtling up. He's not going anywhere.
And that's it. It's done.
Oh, my goodness. What a debut. The Zika Mangalia derails the JT Botha hype train before it leaves the station.
He picked it over and over and over and over again. He kept on finding its home. As you can see, there's not much of a defense there.
No, the Restonic mattress action replay certainly does show the fact that JT Botha was covering up and was really going nowhere, but there was that fantastic right that kept coming through, and down the middle, down the pipe it went.
You see in that exchange, there were 3 that landed. Yeah, those will eventually count.
Well,
caught him on the back of the ear.
He did indeed get him on the back of the ear, but it was the right hand that went down the middle that really caused him some damage. But it was really an attritional right hander coming in. JT Botha, unfortunately.
Zico, the Gorilla Mangalia!
Let's go, John. The lightweight ball. Let's go. Fight of the night. Let's go. Okay, let's separate.
Look at that hard part shaved right in there, looking strong. Round number 1 is underway there in the animal print that's collected Kabenda there in the orange and the South African flag. Under Botha.
Oh,
and here we go. This is a fight I could have seen 7 or 8 years ago and been excited.
Yeah, it's so true. Big shots from Botha as he closed distance very, very quickly. Left jab for Kabenda misses. Big overhand right for Kaleka misses. Henry jumps into left jab and he eats a shot from Kaleka.
Oh,
and gets
and
Henry
he's
down.
It's tough to see from that angle. There it is. He's got him underneath the neck. There's Kaleka Kabenda, and Hanru was going for broke, and it doesn't seem like Hanru wants to do anything but try to knock somebody out right now. The way he is fighting, and I love it. Kaleka Kabenda, though, taking advantage, going to the legs. Now we're seeing the wrestling of Kaleka. Not something we've seen, you know, in his past 3 or 4 fights. He's a guy that just kind of stands and bangs, but he's always had that wrestling in his back pocket. And the Botas, just as a family, have incredible wrestling. So how about that? You know, we talk about the power with these guys, but the wrestling as well. I mean, both are very high level.
Some nice knees from Kaleka Kabenda. Control from him here. Patient up against the fence is Bota. Driving that left shoulder through was Kaleka Kabenda. Massive overhand left misses. It's Bota comes forward with punches and bunches. Bota eats another right hand.
Oh,
they're coming forward, they're training. Oh, big right hand from Bota. Kaleka Kabenda as well. Bota's looking for the finish.
Simon.
Oh,
How is he still up? Wow. Oh my God. He ate so many power shots, significant shots. It looked like he was going on rubber legs, and then he ends up on top. What a sequence.
Those big lefts has opened up a nasty cut now. Can't see where it's just the side of the eye, or on the eyebrow, on the eyelid of Andrew Bota. And I don't know what shot it was that caused that cut. Doesn't seem to be bothering his too much. But it was.
Or was it maybe with the takedown? Maybe the momentum on the takedown. I'm not sure, because that was wild sequence here between these two. It's living up to the hype here. Bota and Kabenda. Kabenda's on top. Let's see where he can go with this. And I feel like it was something that hasn't been utilized by Kaleka Kabenda for years, his wrestling.
Oh, and he gets sweep.
I feel like he just kind of went for power shots. There's the sweep. Bota on top. Now can he raise up, posture up,
in full mount as well?
Bombs.
Kabenda gets up to his feet. Bota drags him straight back down. He's got his back now. We'll see if he can get the rear naked choke. Henry Bota has both hooks in. He's going hunting for that throat.
Graham Cardinal has to be wondering, how did I not make this matchup before? Like, surely we had that opportunity.
Oh, he's got it locked in now, Cyrus.
Look at that. Oh, underneath the chin, that's tight.
Oh, Kabenda bites the hands.
Bota.
They're both turning into each other, but it's Kabenda who wins the reversal. Trying to go around the side.
What a scrap. This is awesome. Kaleka Kabenda on top. Smelling the blood.
Big right hands.
More damage.
Another big hammer fist from Kabenda. But just trying to survive underneath. Henry's still got those hooks in. That's what enabled him to get the sweep a minute and a half ago. See if he can get the sweep this time. Bit heavy on top. Heavy torso and heavy hips from Kaleka Kabenda. Old school smother as Bota bleeds onto the canvas. Brad Block's taking a look. He's asking for a bit of action, Cyrus. Oh, right hand just misses.
Indeed he is.
More hammer fist.
You know, when Brad Block wants his action, he's going to get his action.
Oh, almost gets swept again, but Kabenda's wise to it this time, and a good right hand.
Wow, big right hand.
Oh, huge hammer fist from Kaleka Kabenda. Henry Bota's covering up. The referee's giving him some warning. He's turning in, and it's all done. Kabenda takes it. Wow, what a win for Kabenda.
Lord, what a battle for Block. What a battle for both men. And although Henry doesn't come out on top, that was a performance by both fighters. Everybody won in that matchup. Crazy. Kaleka Kabenda comes up with a big victory here and shows everybody with that wrestling and that power, when put together right, he can beat some of the best. And I feel real good about that. Even some of these younger guys that he's got some years on, if he employs that wrestling ability and that power, then It's like Kabenda can pick up some big victories here, son.
Declaring your winner by TKO due to strikes in the red corner, Kaleka Block Kabenda.
Okay. You ready? You ready? Fight!
Starters bout presented by Pitbull, the world's only FDA-approved energy drink, and Sauce Krobler has not taken his eyes off Knife Didier since he came past him. This walkout. Flurry of punches here.
Didier actually goes for the takedown, surprises everyone, but Sauce manages to flip him over almost immediately. Certainly see he's worked on his ground game.
Krobler in the khaki, Didier in the black trunks. In this heavyweight bout.
Got his head tucked at the moment. As Sauce Krobler is going to wait, try and work, possibly pass, go to half guard.
Sauce Krobler looks like he wants to try and get this standing again. Not doing much, comes over the top though.
Takes his time though, the Sauce landing the punches.
Done quite a bit of work down in
But
Port Elizabeth.
Really just covering up the Sauce Krobler at the moment. Now he's passing, he's moving to side control. Much better spot for him to be in. Now he's going to take Didier's back. Back to his feet, those Knife Didier. There's that judo.
Down they go.
That's the problem with the guy with that sort of judo experience. When the gap is closed and you've got body on body, he's going to put you down, and he does that twice. Gets the mount now, does Didier. Sauce is in trouble here. He's going to have to try and get back to his feet, possibly use that weight advantage that he's got. Gives up his back now, does Sauce Krobler.
Has to be careful here, does the Guru.
3 minutes 25 to work for Didier. He's got both of his hooks in. Trying to soften Sauce up with punches.
Such a confident Didier, isn't it? Really is brimming with confidence. Looking to add the Guru's scalp to that of Ricky Michelis.
Covering up is Krobler at the moment. Picking his shots is Didier. He's going to have to watch out for the back of it, but so far he's done well.
Krobler just protecting his face as much as he can here.
Looking to get the over under control is Didier now with that left hand, but Sauce is just covering up. Still have both hooks in this. Didier is going to try and flip Sauce over. Now Sauce manages to keep his base, and he's in the top position. Got to think that Sauce is going to want to try and get this back standing.
The guys, you need to move. You need to be active.
As much as he has worked on his ground game, you have to believe that Sauce's kickboxing game is still his best weapon.
You could hear there, Cody Basson saying you've got to be active, last warning. Sauce Krobler biding his time, waiting to be stood up, but gets what he wants.
The referee stands him up with 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go in his first round. Can take a shot
now.
Does Sauce Krobler. Didier swinging long, making contact.
The uppercut from Knife Didier.
Landing is Didier. And again looks for that takedown, gets Sauce back to the ground. Relentless with the pressure is Knife Didier.
Oh,
and Sauce is tapped out.
Sauce looks like he's landed awkwardly on that knee, but it's Knife Didier who gets his second victory at EFC 32.
Big left hand. That is the one that had Sauce in trouble. Then from there, closed the gap.
Another shot there.
Big shot. It gets right. The uppercut, he landed a couple of left hook, right uppercut. And this is that takedown. He had him. Oh, just popped the knee up and his ankle in the same motion.
You
can see as soon as he went down, he felt that there was something wrong with his knee.
That is unfortunate for Sauce Krobler.
Declaring the winner by tap out due to verbal submission, Knife Didier.
Straden in the black and gold. Matunga Jasa in the all black.
Okay, ready? Let's fight.
And this round is brought to you by Dragon Energy, the exclusive energy drink of the EFC.
Immediately firing off. So Armin Straden showing his intent. Good movement by Jasa, slipping out. Oh, Ivan again was saying, come on. Good up and down there, but Jasa, smart. Good head movement by Jasa again there.
Catches the leg kick, Jasa coming with a good right. Straden checking them now.
Nice and composed.
Trying to get in headhunt to Straden.
Two big men throwing hard leather. Good. Good use of the jab by Jasa.
Yeah, he's just happy to fight from the outside, isn't he? Just stay away from that power.
Good low kick.
Oh, he's got a knee. He's done his first one follow-up shot.
That knee is out. Wow.
I'm not sure it was an oblique kick that actually
He caught him with a side kick to the front of the knee. Buckled him. That knee's definitely gone.
And that's a tough way to go out for Ivan Straden. Of course, the irony is not lost on the crowd here at EFC PI, because that's a knee injury, a leg injury that did it for Ivan Straden's last opponent, Willem Smith, and now kind of a similar injury occurred to him. That's such a shame. We're in for such a treat, we were. And it's a really unfortunate when a fighter goes out like that, but it was a very deliberate side kick, completely legal by Jasa.
You saw him setting it up. He was looking for the range with the front touch and the side touch.
Declaring your winner by verbal submission, Triple H Power, Matunga, Jasa!
Triple H Power, Matunga, Jasa, and the Tugboat, Kevin Kukumura.
You ready? Are you ready?
And Bobby K gets us started here. Round number one, brought to you by Dragon Energy. Not only helps you keep up with your fast-paced life, helps you stay ahead of it. In the blue, it's Jasa. In the white and the gray, Kevin Kukumura. As you can see, the Tugboat not backing down, already stepping forward.
Both fighters looking very relaxed as soon as Jasa snaps out that big left jab.
And what did Kukumura do? He smiled.
Yeah, and looking very relaxed, happy to take the center of the hexagon. But again, knew that jab was coming from Jasa with that massive reach advantage.
I think it's still there. If he wants to use that jab, I think it's going to be there. Kukumura keeping his hands a little bit too low.
I think he's not going to get any fun with that, so I think Kevin's got a fantastic chin. He's proved that in the past in his amateur career. But Jasa can snap that jab out all night. I don't think it'll make that much for Kevin. Kevin just wants to get in and swing that right hook and look for the takedown.
This is round number one here. Heavyweight action as we finish up our prelims. Cyrus Bees and Simon Stevens on the call for you here from Sun City. Two big boys battling here. The Tugboat coming forward. Is he going to bring Triple H Power down to the ground? I thought this was supposed to be a boxing match. I thought he wanted to stand and trade, but he quickly closes the distance, and it could be down to the mat for Triple H Power soon.
Kevin's top control is very, very strong. He's also very, very strong in the clinch. See, but Jasa's trying to turn him around. I know that Kevin, when he initially went up against the hex fence, went trying to go for the single and drop a level, but fought better against it. But he's going to be a tough guy to turn around on fence.
Well, he's in a good place right there in his own corner with Coach Straden and his entire camp. Kevin Kukumura, a guy that a little late to the party here in MMA. He took his time, went through a lot of grappling, won a lot of awards. I mean, just continued to barrel through these grappling competitions. But it's been such an easy transition for him here in the EFC.
Some heavy knees by Kevin. He's very happy in this position. But again, Jasa very, very calm and collected. Seems very comfortable there, and his good sprawl. Kevin did his best to go for the single, and Jasa was immediately looked over to his corner and started taking advice.
Tugboat continued to tug along there, pushing up against the fence. Jasa just trying to circle out. Easier said than done.
Pressure by Kevin though. Not giving him any space whatsoever.
Not necessarily fan-friendly, but he's getting it done. And he puts so much weight and has so much, you know, he has big shoulders. There's such a big mass to get out from underneath.
Now I see how Jasa tried to circle around to his right off the fence, and Kevin trying for the suplex and cheese, and they're going straight back up.
And up goes Jasa. He has enough time to get up to his feet. And how about that suplex attempt? by Kevin Kukamore. We know that it's definitely there in his repertoire.
Again, good defense by Jasa, but wow, fantastic show of defense by Kevin. And again, they're straight up against the Hex. Obviously, this was the game plan to try and ground him down. And the other folks at home might not appreciate what a difficult fight this is up against the Hexagon. But this is going to take a lot of cardio out of both these guys and lay them open perhaps for some striking exchanges later in the round.
And that's been a big problem for Jasa in the past. Kevin Kukamore has shown that he has some really nice endurance. Don't let the size fool you. He has fantastic endurance. That being said, Jasa has had that problem before when he starts breathing hard and pretty ineffective.
Yeah, I mean,
he became a viral sensation because of
it did indeed. It became a meme around the MMA industry in South Africa. But you're very right. I mean, Kevin's been 3-round wars with some of the best heavyweights in our division. And that fight against Ricky Pottercuts Michelis was fantastic. On debut, it really showed the guys what a promising heavyweight it is. And then that win over Nico Yamji was highly impressive. He's prepared to stand in bank for 3 whole rounds to put on the show. I can assure you of that.
Oh, what a big head kick. Great Kukamore smiles. Isn't that kind of scary? Yeah, a little big head kick, you connect with it, your opponent just smiles. But you can only smile for so long, and this is something I've discussed a few times, that they smile and you think, oh, that he's just shaking it off, but in reality, he's hiding the pain.
Yeah, no, exactly. There wasn't a huge amount behind it, but the technique of the roundhouse was absolutely delicious. Striking off the top of Kevin's head. Kevin headhunting, he's coming forward a lot, but Jakasa's a very good K1 counter striker, so Kevin needs to watch out. He said he was dismissive of his opponent's power. We'll find out exactly how in a minute. Very patient by Jasa though. He's backing off, but as I said, he's a good counter striker. Kevin headhunting, but not having the speed to close the distance and get in the pocket. He wants to brawl, but Jakasa's not allowing him to.
Kevin Kukamore continues to move forward, folks. Pushing the tempo, keeping Jasa moving and circling. And Matunga Jasa just hasn't been able to get those big significant strikes that he wants. He doesn't really have enough space to operate. And he's allowing Kukamore to dictate the fight, which is not the right thing you want to do against a guy like the Tugboat. And round 1 is up.
Yeah, Kevin tried to finish strong, but just couldn't close the distance enough. Both guys a little bit tented towards the end of the round, and understandably so.
We're going to the second round with Triple H power, Matunga Jasa, and the one and only Tugboat, Kevin Kukamore. Heavyweights here, round number 2, brought to you by Dragon Energy, high performance energy drink. There goes that right hand, there goes the uppercut, and a big knee, and down goes Kukamore.
Oh, fantastic finish!
That's gonna be it!
Oh my word!
Triple H power for the W! My goodness, that knee connected, and it dropped the Tugboat. It sunk him to the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, that was a cracking
My
knee.
goodness.
What a great heavyweight knockout.
That was something special. I'll be honest, I didn't see it going that way. I didn't see it going that way, and he continues to impress us, continues to get better. Matunga Jasa becoming a force in the heavyweight division.
Because he listened to his corner. His corner says, use your setup, your striking. Again, come out with that jab, come out with those combos. The knee came in, it was all she wrote. Absolutely fantastic striking display by Jasa.
Nasty, nasty knee by Triple H Power. What can't he do? Last time it was a submission. This time it's the big knee. What an awesome athlete is Jasa, and he is so much fun to watch in this division, and I can't wait to see him back in the Hex.
That's great it's great for Peter Maritzburg too. Mustang coming out of Peter Maritzburg in KZN. Great for that camp, and you can see his corner. It's a victory for them too. It's a victory for KZN MMA all the way out here in Northwest Province. I mean, this kid is everything. I mean, what fantastic submission, but that knee was absolutely incredible. Beautiful technique, a couple follow-up blows. Bobby Karajanidis only gave him a couple follow-up blows and called the fight off, realizing that Kevin couldn't defend himself anymore. In the plum clinch, boom on the chin. Fantastic heavyweight knockout. 1, 2, 3 or 4 knockouts, follow-up blows. Kevin's done. Bobby protects his fighter. Fantastic performance. Watch out for this kid. He's got everything. Got some amazing submissions, and now we've seen one of the best heavyweight knockouts in the division in a long, long time. This kid's going to go far. Great to see Kukamore. He's going to be fighting another day. I can assure you of that. Such a promising talent. And without further ado, let's pass it up to Cyrus Fees for the official fight announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Bobby Karajanidis calls a stop to the contest at 14 seconds into round number 2.
your winner by knockout, Triple H Power, Matunga Jasa.
It's time for a scrap. Kulakani Halongwa. Shadrach and Ensua, don't blink. Don't get too comfortable.
Are you ready?
Fit in quickly. Might not, but it sure could. Round one brought to you by Dragon Energy. In the blue is Longa. In the black, Ensua. Are we going to see a more patient Shadrach and Ensua, Simon, as you said? Possible.
Well, Kulakani wants to control the space and pace straight away. Shadrach was moving around the outside. He was also looking very light on his feet. You can actually see the physical difference between these two middleweights. Unbelievable that Shadrach's a middleweight, but he's picked up his opponent and dumps him straight down into his corner in front of the Pespa team. Kulakani Longa went for a ride across the entire hexagon. Shadrach's going to slowly control his opponent and listen to his coach. What a perfect beginning for Shadrach and Ensua. Referee Brad Block looking very closely at some of those toes.
Pressure is on. And the key, the smart thing, what we saw earlier, right in the corner of Chris Bright, right? I mean, he's right there listening. He's going to take instructions, and it's going to help him in this fight. We see that with some of the best fighters. They make sure that they get their opponent down near their coach. And that's what Ensua's done.
Well, he had knee on belly for a long time there. Wasn't able to pass it to full mount, but if he'd passed it to full mount, he would have been too high up with Shadrach. Just defense getting away. Again, he's looking to pass into full mount here. And he's going to start raining down the ground and pound as Shadrach and Ensua. Trying to hip bump and push off the fence is Kulakani Longa.
So tough.
Big shots now from
So
Shadrach
heavy
and
on
Ensua.
top.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to get off. And he's still got 1 foot on the fence as Kulakani. He's going to try and see if he can push off. But Shadrach and Ensua just dominant in top control in full mount here as the big shots coming in. Longa's just got his guard up and not able to go anywhere. Oh, nasty elbow from Shadrach and Ensua through the guard of Longa.
Absolute beast here, Shadrach and Ensua. As he rains down shots, not a whole lot you can do with a guy that size. Longa having a hard time dealing with it. And we know how strong he is. Big, strong, wide, talented guy. Kulakani, but he's having a hard time dealing with that full mount of Shadrach and Ensua.
He hasn't been tagged yet, despite these elbows coming through the guard and a couple of hooks to the side on the ground and pound from Shadrach and Ensua. He's trying to cut Kulakani open with these big elbows, but at the moment he's surviving. Can't see much blood flow. Oh, a nasty elbow, and the shot's continuing. It's almost over now. Surely this is the finish. Bradlock calls it off. Great win for Shadrach and Ensua.
He's back, baby. Shadrach is back.
I love it.
Wow.
They're going to steal that. That's a great catchphrase. What a win for Glamby. You can see how much that means to him. I'm going to be honest, he was going into this looking a little bit nervous. You know, as the introductions were being read by Koto Bilal Ramopo, you know, he wouldn't turn around to the camera. And only after his name was announced did he turn around. It certainly looked nervous, but once he got that full mount, there was nowhere. You know, a guy, a middleweight, that powerful, you just, I would challenge anyone to get him off you if he's on top of you fully mounted. And once he realized that, he started to lay it on, looking for a home. There was one big elbow that really caused a problem to Kulakani Longa that he turned into away from the blows, and that enabled Shadrach and Ensua to come in with the massive shots to get the finish. Wow.
In the blue corner, Shadrach Ensua.